by the end of it, I hope that you're at least somewhat relaxed, or somewhat a more sense of a sense of peace. That's really what I'm looking for, and I think that peace is achievable and capable of every single person, inner peace, and that's what I'm hoping to do. So relax, really just get in your comfiest little position, dim the lights, just do anything that you can to really make yourself as comfortable and vulnerable as possible. It's a very open and comforting space that I want to create here. And yeah, so let's just get right into it. And now before I start, I want to give a huge thank you to all my wonderful patrons: Xochi, Estefany, Luke Wilson, Scoobert Dubert, Carol McLean, Martin Tourneur, Ianmdiaz, Sergiyoo, Amy Cadden, Joey, Ayelet, Angel Roque, and Ellareen. Thank you all so much for your continuous support and love. I appreciate each and every single one of you with my fullest heart extent. And yeah, so let's just get right into this nice little video. So before we start really getting into it, I just wanted to start with some breathing exercises. Now, I know what you're thinking. I know that it must be a little frustrating to see how every video like this will always start with some sort of breathing exercise to center yourself off. But I really want to emphasize how much of this process of letting go and accepting the present moment and just being here with me right now, I want to emphasize how much of that you can achieve by simply focusing on something involuntary as you're breathing. And I think in order for this process to really resonate with you, I think you should just buy into the breathing exercise and really just give up all of your preconceived notions and just surrender to letting yourself feel this and letting yourself go through it. I think I definitely, but a lot of people build up a wall around themselves that really, it just prevents them from really reaching that inner point. So yeah, if you would, let's just do some nice deep breathing exercises and really just ground yourself with your physical body and just your whole sense of being here in this present moment with me. So let's just start with 3 nice and simple, 3 easy deep breaths and breaths out, or exhales, that's the word for it. Alright, let's start with the first one, inwards. And let's do it together. Let it sit just for a moment, and exhale. Alright, let's do one more time. Inhale. Let it sit. Feel the air fill up your lungs, and let it out slowly. Now on this third one, I really want you to feel your chest bringing up your shoulders and feel it rising as your lungs fill up with air. Alright. Now breathe in. And out. Very good. Very good. Now, it's okay to feel some extra attention or focus to each breath you take, because that's watching this, I'm almost certain that there's something preventing you from really, really relaxing. And most of the time, that's just simply because there's some tension in the body that's just been contracted all day long, and it's just finally time to let it simmer down. So we're gonna do something that I like. I've heard it called a body scan, I think. But I was taught this in 7th grade from actually, funny enough, a meditation class. I mean, not a meditation class, we were just meditating that day. It was actually in gym class, which is pretty funny. But it's a practice where you focus on each part of your body and you work your way down. Alright, and that helps you focus on each point of tension in your body and effectively allowing you to release it. And so yeah, first, just let your eyes rest. Let your eyes just close like this. You don't have to watch me unless you want, of course. But let them rest and let your weight sink into the surface that you're on, whether you're laying down, seated upright, or standing for whatever reason. Just let the weight of your body sink into any surface that you're on. Alright. We're gonna start at the bottom and work our way up, alright? So starting with your feet, I want you to just wiggle around your toes a little bit. Really just feel your toes there. Squeeze them, and squeeze them, and release them. Alright. And now this time, I want you to squeeze them. And keep those toes squeezed. And then relax them. Alright. And keep them relaxed. And now moving up to your ankles, I want you to just wiggle them around too. Wiggle your whole foot around and just feel it rotating. If you're able to, of course. Just feel them rotating and then let them sink in to the surface. Alright. Now we're moving on to your legs, to your calves and your thighs. Just, I want you to contract those muscles and feel them squeeze. And finally, let them rest. Alright. And really focus on this lower body of yours. It's completely relaxed. Its tension is flowing out onto the surface that you're lying on. And I know now there's some more attention to your upper body. It's a little disproportionate. Alright, but we're gonna fix that. So starting with your torso, let's squeeze your abdomen, your abs, your abdominal muscles, and flex them and keep them squeezed. But now let them relax and let them sink down. Alright. And now your hands and your fingers. I want you to clench your fists. Clench them really, really tight. But let them go. And let them rest too. Alright, they've been through a lot today. They've been through a lot. They deserve this. Alright, let them relax. And your arms. Flex your arms as hard as you can. And then with a deep breath out, let those rest. chest rise, and then with your exhale, let it all down. Let your shoulders sink into the surface that they're on, and let your chest remain in its resting position. And now really the main point of tension, at least my main point of tension, is in my neck. Alright? even alone in your experiences a lot of the time. You're not alone. And it's okay to feel however you feel, because there's people with you who are feeling that or have felt that. You're not the abnormal one for feeling however you feel. It's very, very easy to get swept into the game of life and just really get swept into a lot of things that make you feel like you aren't worthy. It's not okay to just be you. It's very easy. And I think every single person does it. I think we often don't even realize that every single person is simply at a different stage in their life. That doesn't mean that your stage is behind or your stage is lesser than someone else's just because you're at different points. Everyone's life is at their own pace and their own progress. And so that's why it's okay. It's okay to be where you are right now. And I know that the reason you may be thinking that it's not okay, there's always thoughts of if it's not okay, it's not okay to feel a certain way. And pretty much most of those times where you feel like it's not okay is simply because you're trying to compare your stage in life to someone else's. No, I'm just speaking out of personal experience here. When I find myself thinking that it's not okay to feel a certain way or to be doing a certain thing, always, always, always at the root of that problem is because I have a notion, a conception of what I should be feeling, or what I should be doing, or how I should be acting in that certain moment. I always feel like that should, and should only comes from the comparison of other people. It really does. If you're saying that you should be trying to get ahead, that's only because you either know or know that people are trying to do the same. it's a really hard time letting those old characteristics of yourself or old perceptions of yourself go, and just allowing yourself to evolve and change freely. And I know for a lot of people it's the idea of growing up and losing your sense of kid self or your child self. But I just want you to know that you never lose that sense of who you knew as a kid, of who you were as a kid. You never lose that. I mean, I'm sure you're not exactly who you were as a kid, but why should that be a bad thing? Why should it be bad to gain a new life every day? Why should it